There's a huge broad spectrum of veganism. So we're gonna look at some diets today and also some cooking videos. Let's go. I know what this is. Overnight oats. I can't stand them. The texture, how soggy the oats are, it just makes me gag. I can't do it. Some tofu crumble with some beans and a bunch of spices. Sounds really gassy. It's great meal prepping food though. I mean, if you're gonna be like cutting weight, this sounds like a really good deal. It's a lot. It's really high in protein because of the tofu and because of the beans and some of the rice. Yeah, that looks great. This person is over the top. I love it. Good job.
These are the plant-based burgers you definitely do not want to eat. If you eat plant-based meat and burgers, you likely have tried both of these brands. The first one would be Impossible.
Impossible and Beyond are not healthy, but they're not made for healthy people.
Made with tons of inflammatory ingredients, oils, fillers, and the second one is Beyond Meat. Neither of these are nutrient dense. If you're avoiding meat for health reasons, eating these instead is not going to be a good option.
It depends on what you're looking for. People like fake meats, they're really good for transitioning into the vegan diet. And then once you get used to it, if you don't want to, or if you want to be healthier, then you can cut it out. But it's really good to transition, or if you just want to pig out. Like, I'm not saying eat them every day. I mean, it's a lot cheaper than these Dr. Prager's.
A better option would be some of these Dr. Prager's patties, and the best option hands down is actual veggies because they're using real food as the ingredients.
It looks like it was an ad for actual veggies. I don't know, it's hard for me to say, but probably the best option is make your own. Look up an option online and make your own. But if you're not too health conscious, then just go with Beyond or Impossible. It's not that big of a deal.
Do it. Take your cucumbers, slice them diagonally down, but not all the way through. It should resemble a fan. Then go ahead, turn it around, slice them diagonally down the other way. And it's gonna create almost like these little cucumber spirals. You don't have to do this, but I like the
cutting your cucumbers like that and then it turns into like a spiral. It just kind of makes me think of like a snake.
For the sauce, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1 clove of garlic, and half a teaspoon of chili powder. Lots and lots of sesame seeds. Then go ahead and mix that together for the sauce all over your fresh cucumbers. And that's it.
Hey,
Enjoy.
I'll try that. Not much to say about this one. Looks good. It looks like tofu wrapped in seaweed. Okay. Tofu press. Rinse your rice. Knows how to mince. Nice cuts, very even. MSG, here's the thing. People hate MSG, monosodium glutamate. There's really not that much wrong with it. The reason why people make a big stink about it is because of one study a long time ago where someone was most likely allergic to MSG. But just putting it on things, it's not gonna kill you. Stop the MSG stigma. It's already in a lot of junk food. You already eat it most likely, unless you eat like super clean. But really what monosodium glutamate is, the taste of umami, where we have 5 different tastes. There's salty, sweet, bitter, sour, umami, okay? Now, MSG is pure umami and it kind of tastes a little salty, but it's not. It's a totally different taste. So they derive MSG from seaweed and it is so good. If you put it in your sauce, it's so good. But don't put it in something like a brownie or something. Then I've tried that. It doesn't taste good. Salting your tofu like that, okay. No, I feel like you could have flavored that a lot better than just drizzling it on top, because when you bite into it, then it's not like, you know, it's not in the whole tofu. You're just eating what's on top of the tofu. No. I would try it. It's a lazy meal, really. It's so weird when people just eat straight up tofu like that and just like brown the sides. No, you gotta marinate it. Marinate your tofu. If a non-vegan ate that, they'd be like, no, it's nah. Like they wouldn't be used to it. So flavor it, marinate it, let it sit. You don't have to press it. I mean, if you want to really marinate it, you should press it.
You know that you only need 3 ingredients and 30 minutes of your time to make homemade gnocchi. It is
Gnocchi.
so rewarding, and I tell you,
Oh, I love it. I would take a bite out of that, just like how I take a bite out of that like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm, and hit that subscribe button to become a Cully follower and get more videos like this in your feed. How does that sound? Let's get back to the video.
Peel your not jar of potatoes. Chop, chop. Throw them in salted. Add your fork, tender fork potatoes to a bowl and give them a mash. Then add a pinch of salt and flour.
That's only 3 ingredients.
Yes.
Flour, salt, and mashed potatoes makes gnocchi. I might try this. See, that sounds not bad.
Roll into strings.
And cut into gnocchi.
Wow, that's
Use
so
the
easy
back
to
of the
make.
fork for
I've
the
never
batter.
made it before.
Shall we make a sauce?
Sure.
My grandma loves a good sauce with her gnocchi, so I made a creamy garlic tomato sauce.
Very well put together. You have some of the spices, the salt, the pepper, the onion, and garlic. Perfect. And then you add the sauce. Looks like she knows what she's doing.
The stress is on the garlic because too much garlic does not exist.
Whoa, wait a minute. Is this a skillet? No, it doesn't look like it. It's not a skillet. You don't want to be adding tomato sauce to a skillet. That's why I say it, because then it kind of like ruins the tomato, the acidity of the tomato.
Too much garlic does not exist.
I love it. I would try that. Looks very healthy.
I mean,
Raw vegan
All right, let's
diet.
Go.
Let's
First
go.
things first, I prepped my smoothie for the day. This was banana, coconut water, strawberry, hemp seeds, chia seeds, dates.
So I thought a raw vegan diet was like mostly fresh. I know that frozen doesn't mean raw, or it doesn't necessarily mean it's not raw, but it just looks like, I just thought it would be like all fresh fruits and vegetables, which would be really hard to do if you don't live like directly right next to a grocery store.
Had like 5 bananas in there. This shit is so nutritious and easy to digest. I make a smoothie every
It
fucking
looks too
day.
thick to be just
I
drinking
also
out of the
make Dr.
bottle like
Moore's
that.
Heel. I made orange juice with local oranges and had a bowl of blackberries and
Yeah.
cherries.
See, fresh fruits and vegetables. Good job.
Finally drank my smoothie and I looked. Then for dinner, I had cabbage wraps with a side of celery and some spicy red pepper sauce that I made. And then lastly, I had one more smoothie, and this was like coconut.
So, along with the raw vegan diet, another thing that I see a lot is you eat a lot of vegetables, and vegetables have a lot of fiber, and fiber fills you up temporarily, and they're very low in calories. So that's the reason why people lose a lot of weight on the raw vegan diet, is because they are eating a lot of fiber, and then it fills them up, and then they're satisfied. But the problem is their calorie intake is so low, and because of that, they're not getting a lot of nutrients. They're not getting a lot of vitamins. So it's really hard on the body trying to keep up, and that's why some people, like, their hair will fall out because they're just getting full on fiber. That's why we need protein. That's why we need fats. It's because fats and proteins are very satiating, and not just on a raw vegan diet. Oh man, like, don't go raw vegan unless you absolutely have to, and don't go keto vegan. Confession, I went on a vegan keto diet for 2 months, regretted every day of it. Anyway, I hope you learned something. Make sure you take a bite out of that like button and become a Cully follower by hitting that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.